This is an easy art journaling idea with brush markers that is great for beginners. I started the page by taping off a border with painter's tape that was 1 inch wide. Then I took out brush markers in canary, lime, apple, cool aqua, and turquoise, and used them to draw wavy diagonal lines from the bottom left to the top right. For each color, I used the marker 3 times to widen them out. These markers came out of 2 sets of Karin Brushmarker Pro pens, the sun and tree colors and the sky colors. And I have to tell you how much I love these markers. The brush tips are so soft and flexible. Plus, the ink is completely liquid, so it feels like I'm working with a watercolor brush that never runs out of paint. After I finished the bottom right corner of the page, I turned a hairdryer on high for a couple of minutes. Because these markers have fully liquid ink in the tubes, I have noticed that they can take a while to dry. To ensure the ink was completely dry, I put a piece of white scrap paper on the page and pressed down on it to make sure that no ink transferred to the scrap paper. When I don't do these things, the ink tends to rub off on my hand and will transfer onto the paper where I don't want it. I could have rotated the paper to do the other half of the page, but didn't want to run into the spiral binding. So this was my workaround. Finally, when the page was filled, I took out a black micron pen with a 005 nib and used it to trace along each side of the wavy lines. This was a very soothing process. Then the last thing I needed to do was peel off the tape. I should mention that I put a hairdryer on the page again on high heat to help the adhesive on the tape release cleanly from the page. Now I'm curious about what you think. I rather like how this turned out.